I wanted to talk about today was, oh hey, there's a puppy. Oh hi YouTube, you caught me. Enjoying one of my favorite flexible dieting post-workout snacks, sugary sweet cereal. Today's cereal is Reese's Puffs. Alright, so happy Tuesday everybody. On a serious note, what I wanted to talk about is some of the not quite so advertised aspects of flexible dieting today. The main thing being fiber goals. When you are utilizing a flexible dieting approach, something that many people look at is the fact that, hey, all I need is my fats, my proteins, and my carbohydrates, and then I can fit whatever I want into those goals. Any good coach who utilizes a flexible dieting approach will also be giving you a fiber goal. Now, some of them will specify how they want you to get that fiber in. Some of us don't care. Whatever type of fiber you want, have at it. Now, what does the fiber goal do? When I give people a fiber goal, I base it off of their carbohydrate intake. The higher their carbs, the more fiber I want them to get in. Up to a certain extent, because obviously excessive amount of fibers can cause issues in the GI tract and bloating, and it also depends on where exactly somebody is at in dealing with their goals. If somebody is in prep, they're not going to have enough carbs, most likely, to have a very high fiber goal in the first place, but we definitely want to keep an eye on that, as if they're getting close to stage, we want to minimize bloating and GI distress. That being said, for somebody in the off season, me, currently, or as some people like to call it, the improvement season, it is not abnormal for me to get over 50 or 60 grams of fiber in my diet every day. Now, to be fair, I also really like the Fiber One brownies and stuff, and Quest bars are always a good treat as well. I am also over 400 grams of carbs a day. So, it's not difficult for me to get that much fiber. My minimum amount that I want to be getting in a day is 35. And that's just for me, so that's an example. Now, what does that do? Well, yes, I can eat Quest bars and Fiber One brownies and all that those kinds of things as well to hit my fiber goals. That's not the point. The point is, the fiber goals force you to be eating fibrous carbs, so whole wheats, vegetables, those types of very nutrient-dense foods. So, this helps in two ways. One, it gives you the fiber so that your GI tract can work properly. Smooth BMs, right? Two, when you're eating those more micronutrient-dense foods, you're going to feel better. That's because you're going to be getting all of your micronutrients. So, some people are very pro, some people are very against multivitamins. This is a supplement to help you get enough of your micronutrients throughout the day. Having the fiber goals and eating more nutrient-dense food will also help you to have enough micronutrients in your diet. On top of that, if you have to get 30 to 35 grams of fiber a day, well, you're going to use up some of your carbs and your other macronutrients in getting that fiber. Which means you have less of those macronutrients to spend on things like delicious, sugary, sweet cereal. Now, obviously, you can still fit that into a degree, depending where you're at with your macro profile. But if you are now lowering calories and lowering carbohydrates and fats and so on and so forth, your macronutrients, you're going to have less room to work with. And that's normally when most flexible dieters get very bro-y or eat very clean in general. I think one of the main misconceptions about flexible dieting is that they don't do that on a regular basis. Lots of those clean and bro foods are a staple of most flexible dieters' normal diet. What that does is it keeps you fuller as well. Because a lot of those nutrient-dense foods that are going to have higher fiber contents are also going to have higher volume. It's going to help you to feel satiated longer, and it's a mental thing, especially when I'm dieting. So if you are thinking about coming over to a flexible dieting approach to weight loss or even weight maintenance, keep in mind that the idea that a lot of people put out there, which is just protein, fats, carbs, is not necessarily true. You do have those components of the diet, but you also need to be paying attention to your fiber content. And that's my end rant on the fiber content. Hopefully you got a little bit out of it. Hopefully it opens your eyes just a little bit on how flexible dieting really works. If you have any other questions, put them in the comments below, and I will do my very best to get to all of them in a timely manner. Anyways, until next week, this is Steve Bogran, Basic Fitness. Have a good one.